I just finished putting a coat of polycrylic on my Consendo Scout, now known as Dave, and it worked so well that I figured I'd put it on this plane too. I got this out and I want to get it ready to fly this summer. This is one of my favorite planes. This is a UMX, not UMX, it's an Ultrix 600 millimeter. UMX Ultrix is a smaller one. This is the bigger one. And I've modified it. It's got a Speedy B flight controller in it. And it's got recording along with this. But every time I fly it, the paint comes off here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these stickers off, take where I taped it up, paint it up a little bit. I'm going to keep this sticker on there. And then we're going to put a coat of polycrylic on it and see what it does as far as keeping the paint on, maybe making it a little bit more glossy, give it a nice glossy finish. On the underneath, I'm just going to leave alone. It's got tape holding down where the wires go and everything. So we're just going to leave that alone. But this, I'm going to do a little bit too. Take these out and do them separate and see what we come up with. I got the lid off here, the screwdriver. This is weird, it's not even a metal can, it's a whole plastic can. But anyways, I got that off. Got a chopstick and we are stirring it because it says on the instructions not to shake but to stir. And it seems to be decent. I'm using a foam brush to apply it. The preferred method would be airbrush, I would think, but I'm going to use a sponge. And this should put an even coat on. I'm just going to put one coat on here. I took the stickers off and the tape and the other stuff, and we'll see what this turns out like. The paint that's on here is Testor's flat enamel. I use that a lot. Since this is it says it's a matte finish, but it gives a gloss. A nice, not too heavy gloss finish. So it should make the red, which is the flat Testor's, come out, and the black come out kind of glossy. And the black lines on there are just Sharpie marker. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see how I do that really simple. The Sharpie is a alcohol base and the polycrylic is a water base. So let me finish this up and we'll get back. Okay, so now we got everything coated with one good coat of polycrylic. Now the one thing I have noticed, I don't know if you can see here in this line, it does tend to run. It's very thin, which is good, but I got to keep coming here and touching it up a little bit here and there, and you also get bubbles. I'm trying to keep the bubbles down. But that's one coat. Another thing I've found is in between where the ailerons are, you will get that stuff in between there, so it's better to take, like I've done, a credit card here, and I just go down through there just to make sure nothing sticks. I've got the two rudders done, the battery cover, so we're just going to leave it sit now. This says on the instructions 5 hours and it's fully dry. It says you can sand it and add another coat. I'm not going to sand it, but I may add another coat. So that is the Utrix with one coat of poly on it. Let it dry and put another coat on. That's a coat of Minwax Polycrylic. I'd had this stuff for a couple years now, and I didn't like the fact that it was clear matte finish. I thought it was going to be a dull finish, but it actually is a nice gloss that I like. Not too glossy, but it still has a little bit of gloss to it. So anyways, I'm going to let this dry and maybe touch up a few places if there's anything that needs it. And it's going to be ready for flying this spring. It's getting close. It's almost April, and we're hoping that the rain stops to get this thing out there and fly it. But that's polycrylic. Now we just got to wait and see what it does over time. See if it yellows or anything else like that, and I haven't heard anything. So that's it.